So you want to make a high budget game, but you got a low budget, so you gotta cut costs somewhere. And that somewhere is gonna be the actor side view battlers. They're cool and all, but like, why do they need so many frames? You can just use like front view battles, but you don't want people to think you're a noob or something. Everyone knows that side view battles are indications of a top tier game. Walk character battlers. A plugin that allows you to use character sheets as your battlers. Yeah. First, simply install the plugin. Next, go to the note box of your actors and use the following note tag, walk battler, then input the name of the file of your walk character sheet thing, you know, this thing right here. So for this example, it's gonna be actor 1 right here, so we'll just input actor 1, so actor 1. And by default, it'll use the top left image, or if it's like a single character image, it'll just use that entirely. However, if you have something like Therese, which is going to be in the bottom right corner right here, you have to specify the index of the actual actor. So you can simply use the note tag walk battler index and input the index of the actual actor within the file. So remember, indexes go from 0 to 7, starting from the top and going down to the bottom row, just like that. So we're going to input number 7, since Therese is going to be in the bottom right hand side, just like that. For Marsha, we'll make her actor 3 and put her in index 7, and for Lucius, we'll put him in actor 2, index 6. And then in the game, it works. Yeah. Now, if your walking battlers look a little small, you can use the walk battler scale note tag in order to scale up the original bitmap. So we can set it to 1, which is going to be default, or 2 for double size, or 0.5 for half size. I hope you get the idea. So for this example, let's make it so Harold's going to have a double size scale thing. And now he's twice as big. Oh gosh. Now, of course, you must be thinking, okay, well, walk characters don't really have many motions, including death or sleep. So what does a death look like for a walk character battler image thing? So, well, here you go. I programmed to make it so that when a character image dies, they flip down just like that, dead in a lying position. Yeah, it's pretty funny. And the same applies to sleep. If they fall asleep, same thing will occur. Of course, now you're probably saying, okay, they're dead, but their eyes are still open. Well, what are we going to do about this? Well, you have 2 options. The first option is to change the actual death type. You have 3 to choose from. If you go to our default death type or death style right here, they are lay, which is what you just saw, fade, which is like fade away after you die, or instant, to instantly disappear after you die, just like that. And so you can choose whichever one you like, or yes. Alternatively, if you do have character sprites that do have their eyes closed, or are different from the normal actors that I wish to use as death/sleep sprites, you can simply use the following note tag. Walk battler sleep to set up the image, index, name, thing, whatever for your sleeping actor, and also walk battler sleep index in order to set the index within that file of the walk battler sleep file. Yeah. So I don't have any like sleeping characters to use as an example. So for this example, whenever someone dies, they'll just turn into a cat. So that'll be nature and then index number 1. So nature and then index number 1, just like that. And of course, now as you can see, when one of these actors gets wrecked, it's gonna turn them into a cat. Anytime now, guys, you can calm down. There we go. Bam, dead. And here we go. Maybe a cat wasn't such a good idea, but yeah. So that's that. Yeah, I guess you could like make it so like they I don't know, I'm not a very good artist. Anyway, let's continue. Now, of course, not only actors can use walking battlers, so can enemies. Just use the same note text as before. So for example, walk battler, and then for example the monster thing, and then walk battler index, and then we'll input index number 1, just like this. And now, of course, our slimes are also using character battlers just like this. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, much wow, awesome, cool. Oh yeah. Now, if you want an enemy to use a weapon, simply use note tag walk battler weapon ID, then input the weapon ID which the actual enemy to use. So for the example, we go to our weapons right here, select maybe, I don't know, the axe like that, so it's going to be ID number 2, go back to our enemies, and input 2 for the actual note tag just like that. So now, as you can see, our bats will now use axes to attack our actors just like that. So, yeah, axe, and bam, and dead. One last thing to note is that while I couldn't get every single, motion to actually work with walk characters, I got a couple of them to work quite well, so yeah. The escape motion allows actors to turn around when they try to escape. The victory motion makes so the actors look down, just like that. And the abnormal motion makes it so that actors move half as fast as the normal actors when they're like have an abnormal, whatchamacallit, motion on them. And there's a couple others, but I'm too lazy to list them. Anyway, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, download link to this plugin is in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed, you should give it a video a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe, and that'd be awesome and cool and awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all for now. Wait, I want to kill this last bat before we end it. Yeah, this last bat's gonna die. Dead. There we go. Alright, awesome. We're done here. Until next time. Yeah. Okay. Bye.